Your truck has been watching you, not in some vague theoretical way. Right now, today, while it sits in your driveway or your job site parking lot, there are systems inside it logging your location, your speed, how hard you brake, how long you idle, and in some cases, whether you were wearing your seatbelt. That data does not stay in your truck, it leaves. And most truck owners have no idea where it goes, who buys it, or what it is being used for. This is not a theory. This is how modern vehicles work, and the people who built your truck designed it this way on purpose. Let's start with the black box, because that is where most people have heard the story end. Every vehicle sold in the United States since 2013 is federally required to have an event data recorder. Your truck has one. It records a short window of vehicle data surrounding a crash, and law enforcement can subpoena it. Most people accepted that. It felt like a safety trade. Fine. What they did not tell you is that the black box was just the beginning. What came after it is a completely different system, and it has nothing to do with crash investigations. Modern trucks, and we are talking late model half-tons, three-quarter tons, heavy duties, anything with a connected infotainment system and a cellular modem built into the dash, are transmitting data in real time through telematics platforms. Ford has FordPass, GM has OnStar, Ram has Uconnect. These systems were sold to you as convenience features, remote start, stolen vehicle tracking, roadside assistance, and they do those things, but they also collect and transmit an enormous amount of data about how you drive, where you go, and how your vehicle behaves, continuously. The question that nobody at the dealership answers clearly is this: who has access to that data beyond you? The answer, buried in the privacy disclosures that nobody reads when they sign the paperwork, is a long list. It includes the manufacturer, it includes their corporate partners, it includes data brokers, and it includes insurance companies, because several major insurers have already built programs that buy or receive driving behavior data directly from automakers to calculate your premiums. LexisNexis, one of the largest data aggregators in the country, has acknowledged receiving detailed driving records from connected vehicle programs and using that information in insurance risk profiles. Drivers found out about this not because their dealer told them, but because they pulled their own consumer reports and saw driving scores they never signed up for. That is not a bug. That is a product. Think about what that actually means for a truck owner who drives hard. You're out on a farm road pushing your diesel because that is what you bought it to do. You're towing a loaded trailer and you accelerate onto the highway, the way anyone towing weight has to. You're in a snowstorm and your throttle inputs look aggressive because the road demands it. Every one of those moments is being categorized by an algorithm that was never built to understand real-world truck use. It was built to generate a risk profile. And that profile can follow you to your next insurance renewal without you ever being told it exists. The dealership will not bring this up. The finance and insurance office will not flag it. The salesman who shook your hand and talked to you about towing capacity for 45 minutes said nothing about the fact that the truck you just bought is also a data collection device that reports back to a network you cannot see and cannot opt out of cleanly. And this is where it gets worse, because data collection is only one layer of the problem. Connected trucks are also built with remote access architecture. The same cellular connection that lets you start your truck from your phone also creates a pathway that exists independently of you. Manufacturers can push software updates to your vehicle remotely. They can modify feature availability. In fleet vehicles and commercial applications, GPS location and operational data are already being used by employers and lenders to monitor and in some cases remotely restrict vehicles. Some lenders who finance trucks to buyers with lower credit scores install remote disablement devices as a loan condition. You miss a payment, a signal goes out, and your truck will not start. That technology is not new. What is new is that the architecture to do something similar at scale now exists natively inside the connected systems of mainstream consumer trucks. You do not own the software running your truck. That has been established in court. The manufacturer licenses it to you. That is not a philosophical argument. That is the legal framework that exists right now. And the implications of that for what they can and cannot do to your vehicle remotely over its lifetime have not fully been tested yet.
Mechanics know what's already happening at the ground level. When a late-model truck comes in with a module that needs to be replaced, you can't just pull apart from a salvage yard the way you used to. The replacement module has to be programmed to the vehicle identification number. It has to be authorized through the manufacturer's system. In some cases, the dealer has to be the one to do it. The salvage market for late-model powertrain electronics is already being killed by this, and it's not an accident. It's a system designed to ensure that every serious repair eventually flows back through a dealership labor rate. The older trucks don't work this way. A 2003 Cummins does not have a cellular modem. It does not have a telematics platform phoning home. It does not need a subscription to unlock towing capacity or remote start. The engine control module on an older diesel can be read and modified by any competent shop with the right cable and software. There is no vehicle identification authorization. There is no manufacturer permission required. There is no data leaving the vehicle at 3 in the morning while it sits in your driveway. You own it, all of it. The iron, the wiring, the logic, the data, the repair pathway, all of it belongs to you. That is the reason mechanics who understand both worlds are quietly holding on to pre-2008 trucks with mechanical injection or early common rail setups that predate the connected ecosystem. Not because they are cheap or easy, because they are sovereign. Because no software update from a manufacturer's server can change what they do. Because the repair decision never has to be routed through a dealer portal. Because the data they generate stays inside the vehicle and belongs to nobody but the owner. What they don't want you to understand is that the inconvenience of modern truck ownership is not accidental complexity. The emission systems that require dealer regens, the telematics that default to data sharing, the modular electronics that require authorization, the subscription features gating hardware that is already physically installed in the truck you already paid for. These are not engineering oversights. They are architecture decisions that transfer control from your hands to theirs, one system at a time. So here's the question I want you to answer in the comments. Has your insurance rate gone up recently with no real explanation? Have you ever opened your connected vehicle app and actually read what data it says it collects? Because a lot of people are about to have that moment for the first time. If you drive a truck and you believe you should own what you paid for, not lease the right to operate it from the people who built it, this channel exists for you. Subscribe and stay close, because this is only the beginning of what they haven't told you.